Yo, that's my word, man. I ain't want to do this, but this is pissing me off, man, for real. Just look at this. Man, who want to buy this, man? Who want to buy these vegetables, man? I try to get this spinach. Look at this, man. Who wants to buy this, man? This is what I'm talking about. This is what I'm talking about in the grocery store. I'm in Harris Teeter, supposed to be the most premium, grocery store. Man, the only thing they got good in here is the wine. You can get some good wine and liquor. Look at this, the wine and liquor selection is good, but all these vegetables is crappy. You know what I'm saying? Look, the tomatoes, they shining because they got, what's that, cucumber or some wax on it. Look at that. Look at that, man. You know what I'm saying? You know how long it takes to get this stuff off? You know what it does to your body? You put wax in here. You ain't asked for that. This is crazy, man. The whole produce section, this is what I got to deal with. Now I know this is GMO. All this stuff is GMO. I don't care what they say. They'll say, look at this. Withered leaves and, man, come on, man. Who wants to buy this stuff, man? This is real talk. And they got the nerve to put organic here. You know what I'm saying? Got it all nice and everything. You know, they got everything decked out to make it look nice and everything in here. But I'm telling you, man, that's the reason why I'm telling you, man, I need to look for a farmer, a real farm. Like, I need to pluck my fruit off the tree, all of that. This is ridiculous, man. I come in here, and some of y'all may try to pull that BS like, oh, it's late at night. Yo, it's like this in the morning. I've came out here in the morning and the vegetables are crappy. You know what I'm saying? The kale, look. The kale look like it's decent, but when you take it home, the insides, because they spraying water on all these vegetables to make it look fresh. You know what I'm saying? Every 10, 15 minutes. And what they're doing is they're destroying the produce in the process of them spraying the water all over them. This is the reason why when you go to get kale, in the middle of it, it has mold in it. I can't, man. How can I feed my family like this, man? Nah, man. Nah. We ain't through. We gonna one more time. We gonna run it right here. You know what I'm saying? So if I wanted, you know what I mean? If I wanted to get some meat, oh, they got all of the selections for the meat. You know what I mean? For real. All the selections for the meat: turkey, chicken, pork, oink. You know what I'm saying? Turkey neck bone, chicken legs. You know what I'm saying? I don't even know what this is. Pork loin. You know what I'm saying? They got all of the selections for that. If I wanted to eat meat, they got a whole selection for that. You know what I'm saying? If I wanted some frozen stuff, you know what I mean? If I wanted some bacon and some hot dogs and all the rest of that stuff, they got all of this. Look at all of the meats that you can make for your sandwiches and all of that. And I did say sandwiches. They got pork roll. They got all of that stuff. Bologna. Yeah, I used to eat that back in the days. They got bologna. They got Lebanon bologna. They got some of everything up in here. You know what I'm saying? But where's the fresh vegetables at, man? That's what I want to know. You know what I'm saying? Look at this. Just look at this. Look at this. All of this stuff. You know what I'm saying? This is what make dad bods. I don't need no dad bod. Don't need it. You know what I'm saying? You won't have me in the hospital like DJ Khaled said. Another one. Nah. I'm just trying to understand, man. How in the world do they expect for us to be healthy? Or is it that they expect for us to be unhealthy? It's things that make you go, Like, do they make more money off of us being unhealthy than healthy? What these grocery stores are doing right now is they're putting produce out for display, for people such as myself and others that eat vegetables, right? And before they even put it out for display, they spray it. They spray it with water just to give off that kind of like fresh look, right? And then once they put it on display, I say anywhere between 15 to 20 minutes, they have these little sprinklers that spray water all over the vegetables throughout the course of the day. So take for example, a vegetable such as kale, a green leafy vegetable but prior to the putting out on a display, right? The leaves were, fresh and they weren't what they call it, withered, right? But by the time they put it out on display and it's been sprayed 1,000 times throughout the course of the day, it's made the leaf wither, and then the water gets caught in between the kale. So when you buy it and you take it home, it's all molded inside of it. So it's crazy to me that with these grocery stores, all of them do the same thing. All of them do the same thing. So this is one of the reasons why there are times where I don't even like being a vegetarian. Because it's very difficult to be one when you're trying to look for fresh vegetables. And I'm telling you, every grocery store does it. Whole Foods, because I know y'all get at me when I say Whole Food. It doesn't make a difference what Whole Food. It's still not whole food. For real. They're not getting those vegetables fresh off of a local farm or off a local farmer. No, they're getting, most organic vegetables are being made in Mexico. Straight up, if you don't believe me, look at the PLU number. And where the PLU number is at, right on the bottom, it says made in Mexico. I've been a vegetarian for years, man. Straight up. And all of this play with the words, man. I'm just tired of it. You got organic, you got natural, you have raw, organic. I'm just tired of it. And this just is another way to market and advertise a product. Gluten-free, all of that mess, man. I'm sick and tired of it. I just want to be able to go to a grocery store and buy fresh vegetables, take it home, and prepare these vegetables for my children and I. That's it. But it gets very complicated. And I know some of you all have said, yo, go to the farmer's market, da-da-da-da-da. Yeah, I've been to the farmer's market. And some of them are selling GMO fruits and vegetables. Let me tell you something. This past summer, tears almost came to my eyes, man. I could not find one grocery store, let alone a farmer's market, to be real with you, that had seeded watermelons. Y'all get at me all the time when next to you eating those non-seeded grapes and they GMO and this and that. What choice I have, man? What choice do I have? Tell me where there's a farm where they're selling seeded grapes. I know a few farms around here, man, for real. But they're not selling that type of stuff. They're not selling seeded watermelons. Straight up. And at the end of the day, I really truly believe that our country wants us to be unhealthy. Because when you're healthy, guess what? You don't have, less doctor visits, man. No prescription pills. When you're healthy. When you're taking your vitamins and your minerals and you're eating right, they can't make no money off of you. You know what I'm saying? Who's going to take these fat loss pills? You know what I'm saying? Who's going to believe that you can rub this special gel across your stomach and the fat will go fade on out? If you're healthy. No, you got to be unhealthy. Who's going to go to McDonald's? Who's going to patronize fast food restaurants such as McDonald's, Burger King, Wendy's, Domino's Pizza, Pizza Hut, Hardee's, Bojangles, and the list goes on. Five Guys with Fries, Chick-fil-A. It is very difficult being a vegetarian, man. And then also I catch the slack. You understand? I saw this video. I'm gonna make sense of it. Just hear me out. I seen this video with this lady just screaming at the top of her lungs, "Murderer! Murderer! You little dick!" Da-da-da-da. Just screaming at the top of her lungs because it was a white guy eating a shish kebab, and it was beef. And it's like women like her. Well, not just so much women, but people like her I don't want to be affiliated with that. Because I don't look down on people that eat meat. You want to know why? Because I used to eat meat, and believe it or not, man, sometimes I miss it. Straight up. But I know that eating vegetables is more healthier than eating meat, especially the type of meat that you all are eating nowadays. Because the meat is not kosher, it's not properly cleaned. Straight up. Yo, they got they caught Food Lion a couple years back. Food Lion grocery store, that's my word. They were injecting red dye inside the ground beef. The ground beef was brown. You know what I'm saying? And it been expired. And what they were doing behind closed doors was injecting red dye, red 40, inside the meat to make it look red and fresh. You know how many companies and corporations have cut corners? Why is it that we have a, so to speak, food industry? Why? When food should supposed to be free. I keep on telling people this, and it's just like, whew, a Delta American Airlines flying over your head. Why is it that we have to pay for water? Why is it that we have to pay for food? Why is it that we have to pay for energy? The white man don't make no food. The white man don't make no water. The white man don't make no energy. That's provided naturally by Mother Earth. Straight up. And it's just a sad situation when you look at the way the world, or society, should I say, that we live in. I don't want to be pegged with those guys. You know what I'm saying? They'll be the first to be on some, you eat meat and you doing this and you doing that, but you don't attack Peter, right? You don't attack Peter. Peter is all about protecting dogs. But you not, but let me get this right. You all about protecting animals as a whole. Straight up. Y'all went ape shit when what's your man? The quarterback that used to play for the Atlanta Falcons. I forgot his name. He got caught a couple years back running dog fights and stuff like that. Y'all went ape shit. Oh, murderer. You shouldn't do that to the dogs. Peter got in. There's all types of commercials humiliating that man. Right? But Peter's the same company that are silent when it comes to slaughterhouses. Peter doesn't attack these big corporations such as Tyson's Chicken. Peter don't have nothing to say when they're butchering cows, chickens, and goddamn pigs every goddamn day. Everybody's silent when it comes to that. It's okay for us to eat a chicken. It's okay. This is what white America's telling me. It's okay for us to eat a chicken. It's okay for us to eat a cow. It's okay for us to eat a pig. But once you start slicing and dicing up dogs and cats, that's another subject and topic, which bothers me. And I'll be the first to say it. And I'm not going to sit back and silence myself. That white America is a walking contradiction. And at the end of the day, they do what the fuck they want to do. I don't want to be affiliated with that. I went to Whole Foods the other day, and y'all know the story. I said it several times. Dude tried to talk to me. I didn't even know that Whole Foods was, their store, so to speak. I don't understand, why is it that when you think about eating healthy, it has to be affiliated with the LGBTQ community, which makes no sense to me. How is that tied in? When I've been a vegetarian for years. I remember the first time I've been off and on a vegetarian, but for the last 17 years, I've been solid with mine. But prior to that, I was vegetarian 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, this and that, so forth, off and on. Let me tell you how old I am. I remember when Whole Foods wasn't like the big wig. Whole Foods wasn't the big wig. It was Sprouts. Now Sprouts still exists till this day. They got one off of Johnson Road, down Ballantyne. For those that are familiar with Charlotte, they have another one in Dunwoody. You know what I'm saying? For those that are familiar with Metro Atlanta. Right by that Dunwoody golf course, and it's a Kroger's right there. And that Kroger's, I ain't gonna get into it, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, you know what I'm saying? But prior to Whole Foods, Sprouts was the shit. And I remember Sprouts back in the days, man. They were real. They kept it real. Like, if you went up there and you wanted some vegetables and fruits and shit like that, it was plucked fresh out of the ground. Like, you had to go home and wash the dirt off of it. That's how real it was. And they dealt with the local farmers. And then, guess what? The big corporation called Whole Foods came in. And if in the beginning they were okay. But then guess what? Amazon bought them out. Now Amazon owns Whole Foods. And you can't get hardly anything worth anything in Whole Foods when it boils down to fresh produce. So that's the only reason why I go there, is to get, you know what I'm saying? They're good for some red onions, straight up. Good for some red onions, some portobello mushrooms, quinoa, wild rice, grains. That's it. I'm not going to get a broccoli from there and fruits and stuff like that. No, I'm not doing that. That's how long I've been been off and on a vegetarian. Just to see how things have not progressed, they degressed. I just don't want to be affiliated. This is what I'm trying to explain to you. This is the reason why I don't want to be a vegetarian like that. I don't like being vegetarian at times, because I don't want that heat on me. When I say, yeah, I'm a vegetarian, people, oh, here we go. No, I'm a down-to-earth person, man. It just so happens to be that I don't eat meat. Other than that, I'm the same motherfucker I was prior to me, being on this diet or being a vegetarian. I mean, man, shit, y'all change the definitions and meanings, the meanings of these words all the time. You know what I'm saying? In the very beginning, a vegetarian is one. I'm saying in the very beginning, a vegetarian was one that just ate vegetables. A vegan, let me take it back. A vegetarian was one that just ate vegetables, and they ate cooked vegetables. But every now and then they would dip dab in some type of dairy products here and there. You know what I'm saying? A vegan was one that didn't eat any type of cooked vegetables. They ate straight up raw fruits and vegetables, nuts and grains and stuff. Not so much grains, so you got to cook that, but just nuts. Pause. Nowadays, you could be a vegetarian and eat cheese pizzas. Well, I ate one the other day. Cheese pizza. Cheese dairy products and shit like that. Nowadays, you could be a vegan and eat cooked vegetables. And then they got this octose this and, man, a pescatarian and you just eat it. Listen, I hate these fucking titles. I hate them. I despise them. Because I think that that's another means or way of separating people. And that's the truth. And believe it or not, they've done a wonderful job doing that. Straight up. That's my word. Because now I can't, you know what I'm saying? I can't be a sociable person. Why? Because everywhere I go, whether it's a cookout, whether it's a party, a club, or whatever, they serving meat. And they don't have anything available for me. And please miss me with these, no disrespect, but just miss me with all of these restaurants like Slutty Vegan. And all the rest of these vegan, vegetarian restaurants that just give you Beyond Meat shit. Gonna try to tell you, oh yeah, that's a healthy alternative. No, it's not. All that shit is soy. And most of the soy nowadays is GMO. And I hate it when they do this plant-based bullshit. Everything is plant-based. I'm not lying. This is my word. I think I looked on I think it was Degree. It was one of them damn deodorants. I looked on the back of on the label, and these motherfuckers talking about plant-based. Everything is fucking plant-based now. And y'all gotta feel me on this, man. Straight up. I am trying to strip all the labels off of me. And I just want the bare truth. I want to be exposed. I want to be naked. And I mean it not like I want to run around like Erykah Badu a couple years ago in a video in Dallas butt ass naked talking about groupthink. Bitch, you could have just said groupthink. You had to go run down the fucking street butt ass naked taking off your goddamn clothes. It's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about bare naked, meaning that I don't want all of this all of this, all of the politics to this shit. I just want to eat a vegetable that's gonna make me and my family feel better, look good. And that's it. I don't want to read the box, back to the box and all that. I just want straight raw vegetables, some fruits and vegetables. And if you say you got kale, I don't want the kale that's withered. I don't want the kale that has mold all inside of it. No, you said you got kale, just give it to me. I don't want you to spray it. I can do that when I get home. Just give it to me as is. Yeah, true indeed, kale may not look as attractive as, let's say, broccoli or some shit. Who gives a fuck? I don't give a fuck how shit looks. But see, that's the problem. America wants things to look good and taste good. But things that look good and taste good, 9 times out of 10, it's not good for you. Straight up. Man, fried chicken with some gravy, a plate of fried chicken on the side with some gravy and mashed potatoes and gravy and some sweet corn with a big ass biscuit. That shit look good as a motherfucker. But I can't work out after that. In other words, that type of fucking bullshit doesn't fuel my body. And that's what I'm saying. Just give me my kale as is. Yo, I don't mean it, and I'm gonna get y'all out of here after this. I don't mean to sound, nasty or graphic. I was actually gonna take a picture of it. But I know y'all just so immature at times. Not all of you, but some of you all are. Yo, I'm taking shits now, and my shits is green, and it comes out in coils. In coils, not in drops. Not solid drops where I demonstrated this the other day, a couple of days ago. A lot of y'all black men are doing this, speaking Chinese while you on the toilet. So when I say, yo, man, you know any other language than English, you're like, nah, all I know is English. But that's not what you're saying. You're not speaking English when you're on the toilet. You trying to get them little drops out and shit. You jam squinting your butt cheeks. Oh, gotta get this shit out. Nah, my shit come out easy, man. It don't stink. It comes out fresh in coils. Straight up. And it's a goddamn shame that y'all don't even realize that you gotta change your diet based on your fecal matter. And some of y'all don't even look to check to see what your shit looks like. If your shit is dark brown, black, and you squeezing your butt cheeks and talking all types of you talking Chinese, Japanese, all that shit, you praying to God, please get this shit out of my body, guess what? Your shit is fucked up. If your urine is straight up yellow, your shit is fucked up. You're dehydrated. And that's a fact. I'm not making any of this shit up. It's just a shame, man. It's a shame that I'm dropping jewels. And on YouTube, you gotta have the right title. You gotta have the right keywords. And then at the end of the day, it's got the algorithm gotta be right. So here I am dropping jewels on this new channel. And YouTube is not gonna recommend that shit to anyone else. Why? Because YouTube likes me talking about Charlotte. And you all like me talking about Charlotte. But at the end of the day, if you're not eating properly, if you're not exercising, if you're not drinking a sufficient amount of water, you won't be living in Charlotte for long. I don't understand this fucking new society or world that we're living in. Where the truth we don't want to hear that. We want to hear more of the lies. Especially when it comes, when dealing with the black community. They don't want to hear none of this shit. None of it. So when I say some shit like, oh man, fuck this, I'm just gonna fuck with these white people over here because they're more interested in this shit than I am. Excuse me, than you all are. Now I'm a sellout. That's crazy to me, man. But yeah, man, there are times I just don't like being a vegetarian because of the stigma behind it. And just, there's a lot of vegetarians out there that are just walking contradictions. You understand? Just looking down on people. Oh, you that. And that's the reason why nobody want to hear your shit. It's two people that most people don't want to listen to. It's the Christians and it's the vegetarians. The reason why people don't want to listen to the Christians, because Christians act as though that they've been saved all their lives and they ain't did no bad. Right? They're contradiction. They're a walking contradiction. And then they threaten you. They say, well, if you don't believe in Jesus, you want to go to hell? That's the first one, right? And the Christians. And the second one is the vegetarians. Well, I don't believe in killing animals and blah, 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 and this and that, so forth. Well, listen, we're not animals. We're not. But you don't say that shit to a lion. All you vegetarians that's just big on saving the animals on this planet. Why don't you go tell a fucking lion to stop eating meat? Why don't you go tell a tiger to stop eating meat? Yeah, you won't tell them that. I hope you all enjoyed this video, man. There's more if y'all are interested. Other than that, this shit just pisses me off, man. Because this is another video that more than likely will get barely 200 views. Yo, I'm out.